Hello everyone, it's Free to Play Bust. We're actually playing a little Constructed today on Runeterra. This is the deck I've been using to level up in ladder. Um, Kind of the idea behind this, it's a Freljord and Ionia deck based on just kind of boosting your units. Um, Kind of specifically, you're looking to boost your elusive units. And what this deck eventually tries to do is get two or three of the either Ringblade Duo, the Conspirator, or Shadow Assassin, just boosted a little bit and making attacks your opponent can't block. It's got kind of what you kind of find is even with these bad boosting units, if you're able to give them like +1/+1 or +2/+2, that it makes it hard for your opponent to attack into them, and then it usually just kind of leaves you free to being aggressive with your elusives, and then having some kind of horn turtley type cards on the background. Um, for the champions that we're playing, we're doing Braum. He's very good when boosted, even with +1/+1. Braum threatens a lot of your opponent's boards, and he is good about letting your bad creatures actually attack. Also playing Zed. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Zed, but he's better than a lot of just the random units. And then if he gets +1 or +2, then he's very hard to deal combat with. And then we're also playing one Tryndamere is the last end of the champion. On our top end here, we are playing 3 Hearth guards. If I did, I think I opened 1 and crafted 2, but I think this is likely the best Freljord epic. So if you're looking to play Freljord, you're probably going to be looking to craft Avarosan Hearthguard. And then the end of our top end is 2 Eons. She lets you typically just attack for the win on the turn you play, or I guess that's a him. Just turning off their 2 biggest units is usually enough to end the game, and you can also pick up Tryndamere with the Bjergs. They're just a very good value unit, giving you typically a lot of 2-for-1s. Then on the spells, we don't have a lot of ways to interact with our opponents. I'm playing 2 Deny. I'm not a huge fan of it, but if you ever get a boosted Braum or a boosted Zed, it typically stops any interaction your opponent has to blow them out. Typically, your opponent will be making a block and then playing a combat trick, and if you're able to shut down the trick, then it's usually a huge swing. And then we're playing Twin Disciplines. It's burst and boost defenses. Like the defense is what we're interested in, and then 2 Bloodsworn pledges. The pledge is a little expensive, but the toughness boost is permanent, which is pretty powerful. And then we have 2 Will of Ionias. I'd like to craft this up to a 3rd. Just very good interactive card, but we only have 2 right now. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know if there's a better way to kind of display the deck list. I got used to kind of the grid mode in Eternal, which was a lot easier to see. It's kind of awkward when you can't see the entirety of the list. So if you know something better, please let me know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some games in with this. I think this is Platinum 4. I don't know if that's gold. It doesn't look very gold, but I think I went from silver to whatever color this is, and that's where we're at. We call it gold platinum. So here we are usually looking to have early Conspirators, but they aren't as good without either Omen Hawk or Inspired Mentor. So we're just going to keep one of them and replace the other 3. It's not a very good opening hand. Like really shooting for a 1-drop, and we can't even play our Conspirator. This isn't really a deck that wants to just sit around and build mana up to 3. That's what we're going to be doing. Kind of an odd combo. You don't see a lot. He's not real sure what his deck's trying to do. He's playing Elise as his only champion. Then he's kind of playing Freljord Shadowlands, but these cards don't really. Yeah, I played you 2/5, please. The two cards he has don't really complement each other. And we'll pass on attacking here. We don't really have much to interact with these. I can take 2 damage apiece from these for a long time, and we'll eventually just get some elusive creatures down.
No place for the kind anymore.
So I'm gonna get my 2 elusives down. We might have to spend. I don't really want to spend one of these to stop him with this attack. Interesting, you didn't take my. I would have protected my duo, but he didn't make me do it. None of these blocks are particularly exciting. What are we looking to take here? 4, 7, 9. I think we just have to eat it. It was probably overly aggressive playing the duo. I was going to play the duo, bounce and play the conspirator, but his board got bigger a lot faster than I expected. I should have just played the snapper.
Psst, act natural. I gotcha.
Well, these are extremely cheap, even if you bounce them. I'd expect that to cost 3 or 4. But we will have our 2 big blockers down on the following turn, so we might be able to just turn this around here. Eventually gonna have to deal with these Cursed Keepers, but they're not real threatening right now.
Lady Elise, where are you?
Quietly now.
We're done. We survive it up to our next turn.
I'd follow you.
His units aren't very good. We might be in a spot where we can stun both of these and get a big attack in. We'll have to see how the board pans out. If he just does a bunch of weird stuff, we might be able to recall something at stun 2 on our turn. We get in for 6, 9, which is this 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, get in for around 20. We can deal with this board here. I don't know why I wouldn't be attacking with these 2.
History is anguish. Hush now.
Okay, so we'll just make the standard blocks here. You can make this block.
You call that sneaky?
What's his spider count? 1, 2? If we leave this, then he won't flip Elise. I think we can take the 1 damage. Well, this should end up dying.
Don't want any trouble.
Okay. That's very good. I was worried about him having a trick on his Elise. We just have to pass. The unfortunate thing is we can't recall any of these units because he could just replay them. We need to see if he plays a unit here that we can recall back. We will still get a big block on Ionia with this, So it'll be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We should have exactly lethal if he just plays something big on the back end. Oh, I don't think that'll really work. Playing Eon will give them the opportunity to play another unit. But I am still cool with playing her. Our board is pretty protected here.
True power requires restraint.
We could have played it defensively next turn, but I think we have enough board to be able to block. That's fine. And, he only has the 2 blockers. I'm willing to trade any of my non-elusives for the stuff he has. He can't block either of these. He's probably just going to block Yvonne with his 1/1. And if he wants to kill a Bjerg or a 2/2 with his Challenger, then that's fine. Blocks like that are lethal. Might be able to, if he does something weird. Six, 10. Okay, those disciplines are short. We wouldn't have the opportunity to play them either way. Oh, we can. Let me double check that. 6, 10, 13. Yeah, it's 1 short. So now we should hopefully just need to not die on his turn, although he is going to have access to Ruination, and they do play a lot of like 1 damage kill a spider card, or 1 damage make a spider. It's kind of scary. They like against their drain cards as well, just trying to go for exacties with combat tricks. Sure. What I'd like to happen here, depending on what he does, is just play Tryndamere. That's fine, he can keep drawing cards. It doesn't seem like he's going to have Ruination, but Tryndamere does live through it.
I smell a fight!
That's fine. I don't quite think I need to protect this one. Are we just kind of fully on the Tryndamere plan here? I don't know. I can give it 0-3 and then still just block something with it. I don't think we're ever going to get a better use out of... no? Why does it keep say giving an ally 3-0? Maybe it's just a tooltip error. Use the 3-0, the 0-3. Okay, it's just a tooltip error. Okay. The only thing with this attack is I don't really want Tryndamere to die. If he has Ruination, I want my Tryndamere to come back on the follow-up. So I'm just going to block his 3 health with him, and then just do
Humility before power.
don't die kind of blocks. Block here, and we'll let the 1 through. So we should be pretty safe. We should have Tryndamere able to attack through. We should have the 2 elusive units. He's going to lose his entire board here, so recall could be good on something, and we can also boost elusive up 3. Should be in a pretty good spot. That's fine. Gonna attack with our 2 units before he has a chance to play anything. Don't think we want to recall. This is one of these spots. I know, like with Magic, he would block, I'd get a chance to play cards, but I'm not sure I'd get a chance to play cards if he just blocks and doesn't do anything. But you know, it's one of these spots where it's like we want to see if he actually does something before we try to boost the duo. Continue on. I like to get in like 4 or 5 games on these recordings. The Runeterra games tend to last a lot longer than I've been playing a lot of Eternal. Magic games seem to go faster than this as well, but you're usually playing best of 3 at Magic. Here, this is okay. Like the Mentor plays extremely well with Zed. We can keep Keeper of Masks, and then I want to get rid of this spell. I don't know, it does curve well though. Like, the Keeper of Masks doesn't really play well into the curve, but we can follow it up on turn 4 and have 6 mana if we just skip on 2. But, you know, boosting Zed isn't that big of a deal. We're usually just trying to boost a bunch of elusive units. Like, he plays kind of like a 6 or 8 drop. So we'll boost Zed here. If we were on the draw, I think I'd be more inclined to boost Braum. But against like Shadowlands, I'm not super like you tend to kind of want Braum to be 0 health because I'll offer this trade here. But with Braum at 0 health, we can do things like hook in his Aristocrat, and then he, you know, doesn't die. The Shadowlands are looking to make a lot of their units die, and then Braum just kind of frees you up from a lot of their shenanigans.
One sprint for each crab I saw today.
That might be kind of scary. If he just played like any like 2-drop, I wouldn't have particularly cared, but playing Zed into something boosted is such a huge loss of tempo. But at any rate, like playing Braum doesn't really do anything. I think we have to play Zed and see if he plays something that can fight it. I think most of the tricks in this game either do 1 or they'll boost 3, and so his 4 health should be pretty safe into about anything.
Do not deny me.
What's your hurry?
You have to get me out of here!
I guess that's one way to do it. At least we'll get a 2-for-1 here. So he's got a Zed as well. Got hopefully Braum.
Mustache? Who knows?
If he has something to boost Zed, that's fine to kill our Braum, but it's not really the end of the world. I have to imagine he's still attacking with everything. The thing that kind of sucked with this attack is I wanted to boost Braum with my mentor, but we just won't be doing that.
Help is underway.
Who do we want to boost with it? I'm guessing the Bjerg? What if we boost one of these cheaper ones? Next turn we can boost the Conspirator.
Think strong.
So we could make him a 5/4. That's not really quite good enough. That takes a lot of time to do. I think we want to get the Bjerg online.
My training is unconventional.
Should be able to have a reasonable chance of pulling up the 5/5 with the Bjerg.
It is easy, see?
So here, we're going to want to get to 3 spell mana. We're almost certainly going to be playing Pledge on the following turn. We're going to have to like block Zed with Braum most likely, and then just wanting to keep the mana up. I'm going to go ahead and... do we just not even play it? I can play the Conspirator and then replay the Mentor, which also seems fine. We could put Mentor in front of the Shadow. And then we do have to have 3 health. We'll have 3 health with Conspirator to put in front of Zed.
Let's show our friends the door.
So that's fine. If we're doing this, I want to get the Conspirator online to attack with. So this will be good. We'll go up to 3 spell mana. I was curious of this early if that counts as summoning, if he gets to do the boost again. Doesn't look like.
My shield is my sword. Ah, this is fun, yes?
I assume if he doesn't have a trick last turn for 2 mana, he doesn't have one this turn, and we're also protected with the Pledge. One day, that's unfortunate, but the jig is up on blocking Zed with the Conspirator. And then I want to make the Bjerg a 5/5. Something else we can put in front of a Zed or Shadow and not die. Kind of run out of stuff. Like this combat doesn't seem that great for him. He needs to pull one of these back so he can get a Shadow, which he didn't do.
Don't want any trouble.
And I think I probably want to kill a Spider. He doesn't seem to have a lot of tricks with his Mentor, but he is definitely playing Elise Spider cards.
Training.
Into darkness.
Ha ha! Time to celebrate!
Teeth big as tombstones.
Sure, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and play the Hawk here and continue on. He should have a hard time coming back from this with just 1 card in hand against our 3, and we'll boost everything in our deck next turn.
No place for the kind.
That's fine. He got no value out of these.
tribes under one banner.
Yeah, as I mentioned about talking about the deck, I do play everything free to play, and I'm pretty sure with this game I'll also block this here so he doesn't get 1-for-1 trades on my big units. It seems like you don't want to spend your shards on anything. I did open up a draft ticket. I don't know if everybody gets a draft ticket from
How did that move go?
doing the prologue, or if I just lucked into one. But I think you always want to be able to have your shards to draft with. And so I've just been spending wild cards on upgrading and then leaving the dust behind. Then, I don't know.
Pledge yourself to the shadow.
I'll have to see if the what do we do here? We can completely fill up the board and then try to trade off an Omen Hawk to still get the Poro. Let's get this Bjerg in play.
Eyes blazing bright as torches.
I'll have to see if the Reddit mathematicians say how many wins you need in an expedition to break even. I know a 7-win, the first one I did, but I'm not quite sure. You know, if like 5 wins is break even or how they have it set up. Let's see. I'm okay with just getting all of the units in here. I want to put Braum on the end so he takes damage last. So if one of my units dies, I still get a Poro.
Out there! Let's show our friends the door. This is fun, yes?
Do not disappoint me.
I do believe that's how this works. Like this unit here will die in this trade. That'll free up the 5th slot on my board, and then Braum will activate and still get the 4-0 in play. Now I can probably pretty reasonably play Tryndamere.
My life for the
If he's
order.
playing elusive, I want to play an elusive. Just play the biggest one.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Kind of against the shadow decks when they're just supremely behind on board like this, I do like getting Tryndamere down, because they tend, like, this is a board that he would love to play Ruination on, and Tryndamere would flip if he tries to ruinate. But this is fine. He has no cards in hand and his attacks are terrible, so I can't imagine this is bad for us. I don't think I can play Conspirator here. I might be able to. Can we even like kill him with this kind of thing? We get in for 8? I don't think so. Let's see if we can do it, just so I know. So, let's play Conspirator and pull back Bjerg.
Looking for a daring escape?
Cool, so you can do that. Can we kill now? 8, 12, that would be 13. You would have to block my Overwhelm with Elise.
Time for a leap of faith.
Oh, it did get up to 14. Okay, so that'll do it.
Full speed ahead.
Quietly now.
You cannot escape.
Oh shit, he had a... I forgot we even played a elusive to deal with him playing an elusive, and then I forgot about it. That's okay. I can't imagine losing this game. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. If he attacks, we just have to block everything and we'll be fine.
Do not
Let's put Z in front of a 5.
You are
You can
safe
trade
with
here.
Braum.
You can trade here.
They're coming!
Be 5 plus 6, 11. So we have to block a little bit more.
Where are you going?
So take 6, go to 3. Still have 2 elusives behind. Then I'll be able to play a Tryndamere as well.
Only the worthy survive.
Let's see, let's get Tryndamere
Join
down.
me in battle!
I'm not gonna play Omen Hawk, so I can also play this elusive.
Silent as death.
I think with this interaction I can also recall whatever he blocks Tryndamere with. That'll lock it up since this shouldn't... I don't think this resolves anymore. Just like in Magic. Okay, elusives.
Night falls.
Big toughness in front of Braum.
My shield?
Get Tryndamere in. Okay. I probably could have won that a turn or two earlier. I didn't play that particularly well, but got there. I also need to ask the Reddit mathematicians about this. Is to, you know, if we're going to be free to play, at what point, you know, should we just gather different quest lines? I was just going to leave it on Freljord until it got to the end, because I really like Tryndamere, I really like Braum, I really like Ashe, and Nivea's in there. It's like so many powerful champions all in Freljord. Is to where I don't like things like I don't like Teemo, I don't like the Thresh and Hecarim kind of cards. So it's just not the kind of decks I'm really that super interested in. We can keep this. I would like to see a little bit more early game. I don't like... If you have like an elusive creature, you can kind of just boost the Keeper of Masks as a you know, something to hold the ground with, but I think I prefer him to just be more of a you know, kind of end the game, give my elusives +4 attack type play. Then I want to lead with the Omen Hawk. I like to use the Mentor if like if we open with both of these. I like to keep the Mentor in case we're able to like boost a Zed or a Braum. Doesn't quite matter here. He's not really exciting here either. I'm probably just not going to play it and bank the 2 mana. Just like boosting a Babbling Bjerg doesn't feel that exciting. We're not really going to block with it, and we're not doing anything with it. I think we're better off just banking the 2 mana. It is kind of awkward here. I may have gone up to a little bit too much top end with the Own, but
What do we
I have to kind of stop and think how frequently these type of draws show up. This is a unit I like to deal with. He can become a problem. And I don't really want to be banking 5 mana. I guess we'll be okay going up to 2. We could also just recall this, which I think we will. This isn't particularly good for us. You tend to like to be making a tempo play out of your recalls because it's really the only way we have to directly interact with their units. I just don't want these things getting online. We can play Bjerg next turn and start at least offering up blocks for it. Now the question is, do we actually want to mentor the Bjerg since we know he can be playing a 3 health guy? I think we can. Otherwise, we're probably not going to get a chance to play this. Because we're going to Bjerg, we're more than likely going to draw the 5/5 for 5, and then we want to play it the following turn. And of course you draw a Z when you do that. I think we just have to go ahead and bring him online.
Do not fear the shrouded
He's probably not super safe. Attacking into just getting stunned, that's fine. Attacking into 3 health or 3 spell mana is not that fun at this stage of the game. See how this goes. The Snapper was actually a pretty reasonable draw here, so we can play 3 mana worth of stuff, bank up to 3, and then we can use these Twin Disciplines should it be necessary. It can be quite relevant when we're trying to attack with a Z.
Let's have some fun.
We'll definitely protect him here. Wasn't really the spot where we wanted to spend our spell mana because we're only going to have 6 next turn, so we can't do anything unless we draw something that costs less than 3. If we want to protect Zed, this seems like a really strange attack. And then say that just seems kind of tilty.
Crows will have what's left.
Okay.
Come on, boys.
Sure. Oh, it did get boosted. That's okay. That'll make his block not very good next turn. Denial was probably a pretty good draw here. I think we can attack with everything. He will have the option for 1 value block on one of our 1/1s, but that means that our Zed would be getting through, at least Zed or the Shadow, if not both of them.
I have many things.
Okay. It's kinda scary here to play the Bjerg. Our board's okay, we'll have to just kinda see what he does. That 3 damage drain costs 5, so I think we'll be safe to play the Bjerg. I don't know what, lightning bolt kind of spells are in this game. So it could be kind of awkward. I think it'll be safe. That'll turn on his Kallista. While we're bonded, and attacks revive that ally attacking and reforge our bond. Okay.
Lady Elise, where are you?
mean, this isn't like super scary. I'm willing to put the Bjerg in front of this and any of our little fun ones in front of the bonded unit. Feels like we're pretty safe here.
No place for the kind anymore.
It just gives it +1 health. +2 health. Still have 4 when he attacks. I think we're okay with just playing Ionia on his good units here, and then getting in a big attack on our turn.
I have come for the unforgiven.
Braum was an interesting pickup, but we can't currently play it.
They follow the wrong master.
The blade above all.
Attack with our good units here. I would like to lose something back here so we can play more units, so I think I want to get the snapper in as well.
Your death has been ordained. You'll be forgotten.
You have to get me out of here.
Well, would you look at this?
First me, then the worm.
Okay, so we'll deny that. Then we're okay with all these other actions here. He will have the chance to attack with this and get his Marauder back, but I think that's okay. We got the board kind of cleared up. I think, again, we will want to end with 3 spell mana. But so I think we'll just play Braum as opposed to playing the Hearthguard. Although we will have a shitload of mana next turn. If we had 2, that would take us... we'd have a natural 9+2 with 11 to deal with things. 7, 8, 10, that's fine. I think we're okay to play a Hearthguard. We're kind of looking to get these off our board as well.
Plenty for all of us.
This attack doesn't feel super scary. As long as we kill the Kallista, I don't think we care about this anymore. We can just kind of put 1 unit in front of it. We did pick up a Conspirator, but we have so much mana now we can like be conspirating Yones and Babbling Bjergs like our big cards. We aren't really looking to Conspirator these small value plays anymore. So I'm okay with getting these off of the board. Like, that's a reasonable block. That's fine. We don't ever want to block with Zed. I'm okay with losing you here.
Stand and defend.
Now we can put Ionia in front of this tiny
Do
thing.
not interfere.
Then I'll just prevent the damage here to clear up our board. I don't feel like there's a real need to protect the Hearthguard with the Pledge.
My sweet one!
If we do this, like this would cost 6, so we wouldn't be able to play a unit off of it. And I kind of want to keep Ionia online so that I can just play units next turn. Let's do this. Let's play Braum, and let's play the Conspirator to pull back the Bjerg. But then we just won't play anything else. And then this way it should deal, like we can just force 1 unit into Braum. Ruination, that's annoying. Did not expect that to come out. Well, that happened. That changes things. I have to assume that we're still ahead, having 3 cards to his 2. But that's at least a good one to hit here.
We fight for one Freljord!
I'm just going to get my Conspirator online. We have full health. He shouldn't be able to attack and kill us. And that's perfectly fine. We're going to bounce it anyways.
Looking for a daring escape. I know a way.
If he tries to kill it, we will protect this. What's this do? Kill an ally to deal damage equal to its power to anything? Okay, so we'll just twin discipline. I don't think we'll need the +3 attack this game. Okay. It's been going reasonably well with this deck. It seems like an okay free-to-play deck. We have been playing against other people that look free-to-play. Assume when they're, dropping 4 different champions on us, they're probably also free-to-play. But I don't know. I don't know if I just opened up reasonable champions or how that panned out as to where, I only have 2 Braums, 2 Zeds, and 1 Tryndamere, so I guess I'm playing 3. But a lot of the value in champions comes from when drawing your extra copies and getting that spell from it. The spell tends to synergize with what you're doing. Yeah, this will be our last one for the day. And here, we did get the Mentor Conspirator opening. Yon's too expensive, and again, the Keeper feels like a 6-drop, so we'll bounce him out. We do have the choice here of either Omen Hawk or Mentor. I'm going to go with the Omen Hawks. You can, just try to boost your Conspirator to 4/3, but it feels a little on the weak side. I think I'd rather save the Mentor to try to put something on like Braum or Zed. I don't think I'm quite willing to make this trade. I'd like to play Conspirator next turn. More Omen Hawks.
I pull the strings.
So a whole lot we can do about an Elise. I think you're only 2/2. We could technically make Omen Hawk a 3/3. He'll get his attack in. I don't hate this actually.
My training is unconventional.
Because the 3/3 should be reasonable against all of an Elise deck's early plays. So you're just playing Elise and Darius.
Hush now.
Not. Actually, I probably do want to block this spider to keep him from popping Elise. I don't know. I feel like if he wants Elise, he's gonna have it. These are never going to be attacking. It's kind of the side problem. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Just block this one. Make him at least do a little work if he wants to flip his Elise. I should have. I don't know. I maybe should have dumped off the Mentor so I could play another Omen Hawk. Omen Hawks feel a little bit better at this point than playing Mentors. Let's go ahead and get these online.
Get me a sweet bun. Heightens the senses.
Not quite familiar with the spider deck. Okay, that's fine. I was worried about him playing. I don't really want him playing like 3 attack guys. That makes this plan a lot worse. But these 2/3s are fine.
I'll show you how it's done.
I assume he probably just takes the damage here. Oh, he's getting blocks, it's fine.
Come, stay a while.
I assume he has some kind of card here if he's blocking with Elise. I don't know what 1 mana blocks would be in here, or 1 mana tricks they have access to. It seems like they only have like 1 damage.
Look what you.
If there's a... Interesting. That doesn't seem good for him.
Carve a path.
Not super worried about that. The question is if I think I do want to go ahead and play the Mentor. Kind of looking ahead, we're going to be playing Hearthguards on the next 2 turns. But it would be 2 turns away before we could play it, and if we draw the 4-cost spell, we'd want to be able to play it as well. So I think I am going to go ahead and play the Mentor, and then I'm just going to spread the love over to this other one.
With 1 sprint for each crab I saw today.
I want these dudes to be able to tangle with his 5 health guys and survive, so I'd rather have 2 6/6s than 1 5/5 and 1 7/7. I think we're actually okay to trade here, or at least try to trade.
Don't want any trouble.
It's a long time for
Worth it.
the Conspirator to be able to take him down to lethal, and this still leaves us with a bunch of good attacks towards his Elise. I'm not super worried enough about it to want to save it with Twin Disciplines.
The War Mother will unite us all. It shall rain ash in our wake.
This can block, but I'm willing to make this trade here. I think I can realistically just attack with everything. If he blocks on my 1/1 with this, I don't really care, but I think we're going to get a good Twin Disciplines on something here.
No one will remember you.
It will all be over soon.
I don't think we even really care about killing his Elise. I don't think he's anywhere near turning it online.
What's your hurry?
I do not understand this. I mean, he has to have a card here, right? I don't know why he would just throw his Elise away in the face of that little damage. Well, let's protect our big boy and see what happens.
So young.
Okay. I mean, are we just walking into Ruination again? Like, I don't understand that series of blocks. So he's only got 6, so it's not something we have to worry about. Just get another Hearthguard online, and then we'll attack on our turn before we can play cards.
For the hand! Noxus!
Okay. I'm willing to take the value block onto this and just take 3 here.
and defend!
So here we can just get in. I think we can get in and just bounce his unit and see what happens.
Today we fight as one!
And if he has a removal, it's not the end of the world. But I think this is a good spot to be threatening lethal. I don't think we'll get a super good Will of Ionia outside of doing something like this. And then kind of the thing here is, why do you only have two? I played 2 Hearthguards. That's fine. So this duo will be pretty threatening on the following turn. I'll go ahead and play Omen Hawk since he should kill him on his own. And then I'm pretty sure we're safe from Ruination unless he just draws it as this card. If he had it, I can't imagine he would be playing this thing in front of it. What? Pick an ally in hand, summon a copy of it. Okay. So I can still block everything here. Let's make him attack first.
Out of my way! Come here!
Okay, that's fine.
The Yordle here's with me.
Kneel, students. Rise, warriors.
And again, we're just going to attack with everything before he gets to play cards on our turn. We have it. This is a decent little 4-row run with this deck. I'll probably continue playing this for a bit. I don't know. I don't think Challenger's a thing yet, but we should be able to push this up into Diamond. It should be, if we're looking to add to it. I think it's kind of cheap to where like the additional cards we're looking for aren't that much. I think the additional cards I really want are just common, and I haven't been willing to spend my dust on cards, and so I'm not sure. But here's the deck again. I will post the deck list in the comments. I wish there was a little bit easier way to see this, but it is what it is now. I guess I can put like deck tracker on here, but I really don't like the Mobilytics deck tracker. I'm not a huge fan of Overwolf or the deck tracker, but I mean, maybe it just needs a little bit more time. I didn't really like it in Hearthstone. I've kind of dabbled with it today and didn't particularly like it, but maybe it'll give us a better view of the deck lists. But like I said, I'll take the deck code, put it down in the comments, and thank you for watching.